Hi guys, how are you doing? I was having some issues there in trying to get my live on one end here sorted out and the other, but I got it with the Yard Stream or StreamYard, whatever. I never get it right. So how are you guys doing? Hey Shield Maiden, hey Indigo Chrysalis Tarot. So it is true crime. Oh, my hair is so tangled. No matter what I do. Let me just brush it out. So it's True Crime Thursday. And I have an oracle I also wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if I can get away with just leaving it down. We'll see if I can. If I get too hot, I'll just tie it up. But I did get a new, yes. Oh, thank you, Remy girl. Kelly Oracle. And so this one's a little different. This is a little more involved, so I have to read into it a little bit. Ferocious grace and supreme protection with the wild divine mother. I thought, why not? It'll be a learning experience for sure. Thank you guys as you're kind of coming in here. I'm just going to make sure that, here we go. We're picking up. There we go. On the thing. There's been a lot of people that I had done that were, she's definitely fierce. You got that right, Indigo Chrysalis. A lot of people that I did readings on have been identified. Well, I say a lot, but it's been a couple of them, and I think there's going to be more. But like I said, that I think his name was Andrew Gordson, something with a G. He was the little fella, the young fella that ran off there in the UK with his computer. Anyway, I put up the link, and you can look through the playlist or the live list to see where I talked about him. Because that was my bag of runes. Because I'm not sure where it is, but they've arrested 2 guys in connection to trafficking and kidnapping. Hello, Unique Inspirations. It's nice to see you here. Yes, there definitely were things that were on the mark, but I will let people discover them if they're interested. So you'll see in my community page area, you'll see, oh, this is a link about a case. And if I've linked it, chances are I've read on it. If I haven't read on it, I say I'm going to read on it. So you can take a look at that. You can ask questions here this Thursday pertaining to true crime, right here in the chat log if you want to. And feel free to do so. I'm very open today. Right now, I've got a variety of various decks, and I'm going to go over what's going to happen to Prince Andrew, I think. Let me write that down because you know how it goes. Once you reach about probably 25 nowadays, if you don't start writing things down, you forget. So it only... I have to write everything down. And even then, it's not always a guarantee, but we're closer in the ballpark. All right. I would love that, Remy girl. Go ahead and ask it in the chat log. You guys can ask your questions in the chat log. Yes. And what I can do now, they've made it so all we have to do is star them. and then we get a selection of everything we start, and we can read the questions that way. It's so awesome. I'm so glad they did that. So go ahead, Remy girl, if you want to, and drop that here in the chat log. And anyone else, if you have a true crime request, feel free. Oh, hey, Trina, how are you doing? I was just thinking of you and Dean the other day. You have your own channel now. I got to follow you. I've got to catch up with you. Oh, thank you. Let me tell you, it takes time to look, to try to get the bags like spackled, you know. And Taylor Chimoni, I have been watching more videos on Delphi. And I am wondering if the owner of the Anthony Schatz profile is responsible for the murders. That guy is currently in jail. Is that, I'm not sure about the Anthony Schatz, but is that, let me see. Is that, what's his bucket? He's the latest one that was catfishing them. Oh, Remy girl, thank you. Star that. So thank you. And Cecile, oh my gosh, and Shield Maiden, and Mama Bear, Gina M, Geeky Heart. So let's see, I'm just making sure, because I have to kind of slow my eyes. I'm getting a little bit of, I sound like, oy vey, you know, but I'm getting a little bit of cataracts. So I've noticed that my vision isn't quite as crisp. It's quite good for what it is. But yeah, I am noticing, so I need to go more slowly when I'm looking at things. Because I'm an old lady. Gina M., you're doing a smoking great job there. Okay, hello. Just want to make sure that I'm greeting everybody. Like to read your comments. Just kind of allow me to do that. Kind of helps me to kind of ground. Awesome. I wish that Dean didn't have to work on Thursdays, but you and Tim, that would be fun to have you both. But maybe you can just come up sometime too, because you have your own channel now. If you're me, you forget nearly everything. I'll shield me. Yes, it's, oh. Yeah, and if you, firstly, please put the thumbs up if you would, if you're just coming in. Because if you cannot make a donation, that is one of the best things you can do, and just watch any ads that might be running. So I would appreciate that. And okay. I'm just making sure. Okay, Katrina, that's right. Oh, it was Katrina Hinton. Yeah. The catfish profile. I'm that the police were looking information. Yeah, that dude, I think he could really do it. And we'll take a look. Why not? We'll look at that again, see if we get any new information or any clearer understanding. So I'm going to star that. Oh, thank you. And I was when I asked you, Remy, to get some cards, and so that you can speak to your spiritual mentors, be they Pop Smoke or somebody else. It's just so you can develop your own personal bond. Because I just think it bothers me that somebody that should be something that you are doing, developing a rapport on your own. And I don't want to be, I want to guide you in the right way. And Gina M. Oh, thank you. Yes, I would very much appreciate. I am so broke I can't pay attention. You've heard that one. Dun, dun. Keegan Klein. That's right. This is a very strange kind of a name. He doesn't look like a Keegan. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I think it could be. We'll take a look at him. We'll put his name up and we'll see what we get, you know? Why not? Hey, Sam. Hello. How are you? Cecile is, all of you guys are great support. And bright smiles. Hello, hello. Thank you. It's when I put my makeup on, I like to just relax. I put on some music. I'm drinking my coffee, and getting ready. And it's more of I feel more relaxed, and it doesn't take me quite as long if I just kind of relax. So, but thank you for that. Thank you. I have got to get something on because I got I inherited my dad's dark circles and they're kind of puffy under there. And I'm not going to get surgery. So I'm just going to have to use makeup and do the best I can. And thank you. Thank you for saying that you like it. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So I've got 4 starred. Oh, and Shield Maiden. Oh, thanks, Trina, rocking that look. It's kind of, I've got my VW bus t-shirt on. I'm kind of cold today. It's sunny out though for once. But I keep getting hot and cold. You know why? Because I'm a witch. Because my temperature is changing. I'm at that age. I thank you so much for coming on with me on Sunday, Shield Maiden. That was an awful lot of fun. I'm so behind. I have to get a lot of people on. It's a few other people now too. Just trying to, mix it up and keep just my basic things that I'm doing here afloat is just really challenging, and especially with issues at home with family and stuff. Thank you. I'm a badass babe. I'll take a compliment. Hell yeah. I used to go, oh, now I need to learn how to say thank you. Not that I can't say thank you, but, to truly accept. Anyway, thanks. It's very cold in London too, is it? It's funny because we're by the ocean, and if I say what degrees it is here, it's not going to sound that cold. But because it's near the ocean, it's very different. So it's it's 55. And it's 63 right now. Now that's quite nice, quite comfortable. But it's colder than it feels. And it's been getting down into the 40s at night and stuff. And by the ocean, it gets into your bones. That's so sweet. Thank you. Well, let's see. Now, like I said, it's True Crime Thursday. So if you have a question that occurs to you with regard to a true crime case, just feel free to put it here in the chat log. I can star it. Thank God they've made this now the way that they have. I can do that. And I can then set yours aside to be read upon. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go on and start. Okay. Jasmine Rosario on January 15th. Okay. Let's see if we can find Jasmine Rosario. Okay, so this was a 17-year-old that was killed in, right. Yeah, she was a teen, 17 years old. And this, okay. Hey, Bear. Is it Worcester? I can't say it now. Worcester. Okay. Let's see if I can share this one. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So it's Jasmine Rosario. That's her, 17 years old. She was fatally shot in the parking lot of Big Y. I don't know. That might be sounds like a bulk buy place or something. Let's see. And that was on January 15th of this year. Let's see. So it was after 2:45 a.m. and she was shot. The victim was rendered medical aid before an ambulance transported her to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. No arrests yet. There is a fundraiser here, and I'll include a link to that, set up by her auntie. It could be Yuri, but in my culture it'd be pronounced Yuri, but it might be Jury if the J is hard. Okay. So this money is to help to defray and cover the cost of the funerals. As of Wednesday, they'd had more than 6,000. Okay. That's really about it. But that's enough. Okay. Yeah, please don't forget to hit the like button. Oh yeah, Kiara Coles. Let me write that down. She was another one I wanted to check on. God, that drives me. That case, oh, there's so many of them that just, just break your heart. Yeah, she was the postal worker. Let's see what we get. And, oh my God. Gosh, now of course, Jelani Day, the two little boys, the Orson and Oren and Orson. There's so many. It's like, how are these people missing and stuff? It's just bananas. There was another person too, but if I don't remember until afterward, well, I'll just do a video on it or include it in the next live. Like I said, feel free to ask about true crime cases. That includes unidentifieds. I love reading on unidentified people. It's a wonderful challenge. It's kind of scary, but it's also kind of interesting. Yeah, I remember that case too. Carly Geis. She seemed to be having a really maybe breakdown. We'll look at her. Excuse me, I got a scratchy throat. Let me just see for the new comments, you guys. Thank you so much. All right, I think that I've caught that up, and I just want to make sure I've tagged each of these questions because, boy, you can spend a lot of time just on one question. Okay. Boy, we do. We have some good ones. So let's start out with Rosario. I mean, Miss Rosario or Jasmine Rosario. God, I don't want to step all over the place. I'm going to use their name, Jasmine Rosario, and that's the picture and the paper that I have to show. So let's just see what happened to them. There's two, no, and they all show the same picture. Well, I'll put this one here too. This is for the shooting victim. Sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure I get the right stuff. The best. The best. Okay. And there we go. Happy. Wait a minute. I need to roll this. Oh, you guys have seen that. All right. All right. Again, just the technical end of trying to do this and then be intuitive is pretty challenging, let me tell you. Okay. That's for the fundraiser. All right. Now we're going to take a look at what happened with the cards and see what we get. Okay. So just checking comments to make sure we're all caught up and I don't need a tagging. Okay, good. Great. And we have plenty to keep us busy. And Katrina Hinton. And then Delphi with that Keegan Creep. That's what his last name ought to be, Creep. That's what I'm going to write. That for his last name. All right. And I've got Carly, guys. All right. Let's see what we get. I think we're good to go. And after this live, I will be sure to put a link to the fund, which is right here. I just want to tag it. Okay. This is the fund me for Jasmine. Hopefully that will work. That gave me grief. All right. Anyway, I'll have to do it afterward. Anyways, I'm going to take that one out. All right. So let's see what happened to her. Jasmine Rosario on the 15th. Now, I have taken a bunch of different cards out here. Let's see, which one do I want to use first? I think I'm going to use the Bright Future one. And then I'm going to use a form of the Lenormand. Is that the other one? I thought I put it right there. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. All right. And I've got Lilac Lanterns deck. Okay, yeah. But first I'm going to use this Bright Futures. Okay, so let's see what happened to Jasmine and why they were shot. Was this someone they knew? Was this someone Jasmine knew? Was this someone out shooting people for street cred? You know, what was this? What was going on? Why was Jasmine shot? Oh. Making sure my coffee is on too. Why was Jasmine shot? I mean, like, she didn't even... 17. That's the year that I had my car accident, actually. I'm lucky to be here myself. But 17 just seems to be a year that I honestly see and hear of a lot of really... It seems like to be... Like, for a lot of people, it's a window when they could pass on. Anyway. Well, we're getting the Fool. Okay. So this is taking a risk and a bit of a gamble. Definitely. And with other people. Got rid of, like, my hand. Cannot talk either. Okay, so we get the Three of Pentacles and the Fool, or the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. And so we're shown that she is collaborating or working with or hanging out, being involved, basically interacting with others. And for some reason, this is risky. There's the Fool here. This could be a new friendship or a new set of friends at the time. Really kind of has that feeling, like the Fool, like being, this is a new group of friends. And maybe a group of friends she's a little naive about. Don't want people to be confused. I've got Taylor's question. Hold on. Let me just go get the right thing up so no one is confused. All right. I think that helps. Little buffering. Sorry about that. Okay. So most certainly we're being told that there was some new collaboration, or in the very least, she's hanging around certain people and she's doing more risky things. I'm not going to blame the victim, by the way, not at all, but I am going to read the cards here. And it can mean, it's like when I told my kids when they would go out, I just said, you just got to realize that sometimes, even though it's not your friend that does it, it's a friend of your friend. You need to be careful. And that's why I always said, if you ever need to call, and have me come and get you, just do it. Then we get the Page of Swords. So it makes me feel like it's a little petty. Shallow. Oops. And the keywords down at the bottom say changeable, actor. And the Nine of Pentacles, abundance and security. Well, somebody was wanting to keep their status and their coins intact here. And as well, someone may have said something about her wanting to go do her own thing, especially with the Nine of Pentacles. That is usually freedom and where you're not a part of a group. And it's kind of interesting because the first two cards you get talk about being part of a new group, or new to a group of people that are in her life. The next thing, there's an issue here, I think, with at least one of the people about her desire to be more independent. And I think this ruffled some feathers. Okay, let's keep going. Ace of Wands. I'm getting that it threatened someone else that she was connected to. It affected them and their security. And if she were to leave, I feel like it would really potentially, they felt, affect their abundance, their security, their freedom. And so then we have the Ace of Wands and the Empress. Creation, birth, action being taken, manifestation. And also protecting assets, protecting something you value, your wealth, your basic sustenance. And there's a great deal of passion and initiative around, I feel like, earnings. I don't know if she was, kind of looks like she was working or hanging out with other people. And certain notions she had, I think, to go off and do her own thing didn't sit well with someone. Oh, you see the comments. Triangle. Lastly, the Devil, Chariot, Five of Wands. Temperance, Seven of Swords. Yeah, deceit, heartbreak, lack of moderation. Oh, thanks, Trina. All right. Just making sure I caught. Oh, she has a girlfriend. She also really hurt. Does it say? And heartbroken. All right, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of passion, and there's a lot of passion towards women. I mean, when you have the Ace of Wands and then the Empress, there's a lot of energy invested in there. And I feel like there's, in connection to other people, there's a sense of that's your wealth, something like that, you know? Wheel of Fortune. So destiny, ups and downs. Okay. And Temperance also, needing to not, it looks to me like certain behavior needed to be modified for quite some time. It looks like this imbalance has been creating problems. And set something, and has set, I think, a karmic situation into play. Because it's the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. It also feels like somebody doing this to her, for them, they thought this was moderating something and bringing change and moderation. There's something about her, again, I feel like she was wanting to break away perhaps and be independent. King of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Fool. I was thinking gang. Yeah, I think it feels like gang to me. Or even if they don't call themselves that, I would call themselves that, because it's a group of people that are working together towards a common end. And I don't like to say, I don't presume that people are parts of gangs or anything like that. I also do understand that many times people who grow up in neighborhoods where gangs are really, really active kind of have to make a choice just to survive and live there. So no judgment from me. Let me see here. I'm just looking at your comments. Okay, and my buddy Heather here. Lastly, the Devil, the Chariot, and the Five of Wands. Yeah. That's heartbreak. It's denial of the truth, being deceitful. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up. Did you get that, Sim? Sim said when they looked at her picture, they had a feeling that there was a group involved. And when I looked at her picture, I kind of got a similar feeling. But I kept setting it aside, and like I usually do, just saying, keep an open mind. You don't know. That's good to be aware of, Now, instead of throwing it away, I just go, oh, okay. It's much, much better. Hi, Michelle, my belle, and all of you that are coming in. I really appreciate it. Can you please hit the thumbs up while you're here? Did someone set her up? I kind of feel it. But let's just take a look, because I'm getting that somebody was not exactly happy with her. I'm feeling like they felt like if she went off and did her own thing, some gravy train was not going to be a gravy train so much for them, more so for her. One of those things where, God, it reminds me of Suge Knight, you know, it's like, don't leave. So let's see, let me just grab a sip of coffee. Oh my goodness. Okay. Was Jasmine set up? Was Jasmine Ramirez set up? What do we need to know? I'm asking the Holy Spirit, One Most High, what do we need to know about Jasmine Ramirez's death? And I give thanks and gratitude. Help me to read accurately and clearly. I ask the ancestors and the One Most High, the source. Nose is tickly. All right, let's see what we get. Was she set up? Death. I get a feeling of an intuitive yes. But I read in pairs, so let me see what the next one. Yes. Exchange of resources. This is somebody getting someone else involved to help them, whatever, to take care of this. Yes. Someone set it up, paid that person, traded something. And again, these readings are all for entertainment purposes only. This is an entertainment channel. These are cards. So, but to me, these cards look like a yes, that was a setup. Other people involved behind her death. Let's see what we get next. Yeah. The Ace of Wands again, taking action, new actions as well. And then the Two of Wands. This is like a fight of control between two people. There's a tension. There's a fight of control for dominion. Someone didn't want her to expand her horizons. They really wanted to shut that down. The Tower. It was unexpected to her. She was not expecting this person to do this to her. And again, I am talking about Jasmine Ramirez. She did not expect that. And the Tower comes with the work productivity card of the Seven of Pentacles. And this is people putting in efforts in the past that are, again, protecting their assets. They're not going to allow their efforts to be lost by somebody that they fear somehow is going to jeopardize something they've worked on with this person. She wanted to go off and do her own thing. They didn't like it. I think they felt like they might get ripped off. I don't know. There's a Queen of Wands. So this is an adult, okay? I do not feel that this is Jasmine, because she was 17. I should probably get like a knight, you know, for her. This to me is an adult woman, possibly of a fire sign, but not necessarily. Capable of being, very hot-tempered, but can also be very charming, bubbly, creative if they're more positively aspected. But there's this woman, and next to her is the card of Temperance, which is a need to balance emotions and health. I think this is connected to another female that really felt like she was either stepping outside of her grounds or not staying in her lane. And there's a real sense of like the efforts that this group of people has put into something that they are waiting yet to reap the benefits of. They didn't want her something, I guess they felt like she would possibly interfere with that or change that by going off and doing something her own way. That's interesting, okay? So I definitely think Remy, someone set her up. Oopsies. Indigo says, when I asked why she was killed, I got the 8 of Cups. The Sun, the Tower, the 9 of Wands, the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Well, that's neglect, and it can be being negligent. I again don't think that people had a great deal of faith in her to go off and do something on her own. They were not good with that. The Sun and the Tower, something that she was going to do was exposed, and just like I got the Tower, happened very quickly. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, and it would affect a physical realm. And there's a Queen of Swords. So there's a queen that's much more cerebral, much more calculating. Was she the only target? And that's a good question. I think she was the primary target. I think that if they would have taken out any of her friends, I don't think they would have been troubled. Hate to say it, but that's what I get intuitively. But let me just see. Was she the primary target? Was Jasmine Ramirez the primary target? I'm getting a yes. Yeah, somebody felt like she betrayed them. I keep getting that. Somebody felt she was not trustworthy, or was worried that she wasn't, or was told that she wasn't. 9 of Cups. This could be things that people indulge in or have pleasure in. So something in connection to that kind of behavior and to those kinds of things. I think they were afraid that she was going to give away something that was important, that would have changed things for others in some kind of economic way. Then there's, I feel like it could be substance, because I get the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. And it all goes back to something in the past. There is, this is someone she knows. This is not, this is someone she knows and has known for a while. That feels like she betrayed them or could betray them. I think especially if she were to get under the influence, you know, kind of loosened up here, she might give away things out of nostalgia and being sentimental about the past. Especially I'm getting the sense of, like, if there's something about her partying that brings out, she's one of those people that gets more emotional is what I get. Okay. Indigo Chrysalis says, I'm getting a lot of feminine energy behind her death. Yes, me too, which is very interesting. I pulled 2 feminine cards now. Wands and Swords. 2 Queens. Okay. Hi, P44 Chippo, how are you? Do you think they lured her to that place? Well, let me just take a look. That's a good question. Was she lured? That's just so sad. You know, this is somebody's baby. This is somebody's friend, auntie. Okay, let's see. Was Jasmine lured? Let's see. Jasmine Ramirez. Was she lured? I think so, because I'm getting the Six of Pentacles, so there's some form of an exchange. Maybe they said, bring your whatever, cough, cough, and we'll trade you this for that. You know, it could be as simple as like, deal. Look at this. I get the 5 and the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody was wanting to do a little bit better than the other out of this deal. Somebody was not in a good place. They were in a some debts, in a deficit. Or there's a feeling like whatever they're giving or sharing maybe isn't as good. It might be old. Okay, let's carry on. Wheel of Fortune, and so that sets things going here. And the 2 of Cups, with this relationship, this bond, somebody that she was bonded to. And I would say intimately, at least as a close friend, if not a friend with benefits. Again, 3 of Pentacles. There's more than one person involved in her case. Remember, these were people that she was connected to and seemed to somehow want to go off and do her own thing, and they weren't too happy with it. Yeah, we get the 4 of Wands, which deals with your home, your health. Also, for me, it is like the public area. And the 6 of Cups again. A lot of nostalgia and going back to the past. She knows, I think, the person who did this very much. I think, sadly, they may have known her for some years. There's some sense of going back in the community. I think she was initially friendly with these people, and then it seems to me like they got concerned, and I don't know if they weren't not right to be concerned, but my goodness, you should never take someone's life, for goodness sake. But they were I just keep getting, they were very much afraid that Jasmine was going to make off or take something that wasn't hers, and they wanted to shut that down really fast. So that was kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Let's see what your comments are. Indigo Chrysalis got the Queen of Swords twice. Yes. Yes, please do like and subscribe. Thank you. It was said that she was with another person. He got shot in the shoulder. Yeah, I think that's right. And then she was shot, and she was the fatality, right? No, Rosario. Ramirez. Oh, I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Not Ramirez. See, my brain's like, eek. I did not sleep. I have not slept since last night. I get really bad insomnia. So that's probably why these little details are like, sorry, guys. So it's Rosario. What? Just know that if I do mess up on the name, you can chill, because I will eventually see I didn't get it right with comments and playback. All right. Let's just see. So I do. I think this has to do with there may have been some sort of deal that she was working with a small number of other people. I don't have any idea what this is, but the basic gist of it is, it seems like she wanted to go off and do her own thing, and it concerned the other people she had been doing, let's say, business with, or being connected to, working with in some way. And I think they were concerned that that they were not going to have the gravy train if, she went forth. I tend to think that they thought that she could, maybe while under the influence, again, I got that influence, that feeling that they were worried she might let something slip. And I do get that she was the main target. But let me just clarify. Was she the main target? Was Jasmine Rosario the main target? The Hierophant, meditation, wisdom. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Again, she caused somebody a lot of problems. Him. A really big burden. You know, I think she thought she could get away with something. We had the Fool earlier with her, and I just feel like maybe she just made a really bad choice in thinking she could get away with something with the wrong people. Because it's like they were like, we're going to make an example out of you. And it's a small group. Now I get the Knight of Cups. And yeah, she was lured. That's also a card that I use when I'm looking at a criminal case, to like the luring of someone, like, or an appeal, you know, to get them to go along. So I feel like, yeah, more than one person buttered her up to get her wherever it was ideal to do what they did. Yeah. Again, we're connected to a King of Swords. So I think there's women involved, but I think there's also possibility there of a male. Just the small number of people I feel like she was involved with. They felt like I said, they felt like she betrayed them really significantly. So I didn't get a real sense of remorse. Well, Jasmine knew something, but I think she knew of a way to carry on, do well. She kind of, I feel like she my sense of it is that she came to understand how a group of people worked and how they did well. And these people, the cards I get, show concern that if she went off independently, that they wouldn't have this nice little situation that they have. And I think they may have thought that she, who knows, was skimming or something like that. I think that she definitely was lured. Let's see what she wants to share. That's what we should do, eh? What do you want to share with us? So let's ask her. Pardon my scratchy throat. So Jasmine Rosario, I ask you to, through the mentors that you have in spirit, which are your helpers, your spirit guides, to help me to understand what happened to you and how you're feeling. What else we need to know. So I definitely feel, Remy, that she knew. Don't worry, Sharon. You're such a love. It's horrible. And yes, I definitely do feel like this is one of those crimes born of things that happened in the past that kind of came back full circle. Yeah, there were secrets. So let's just see. And I think they had a secret plan to lure her and to end any kind of concern that they had. So let's just see here. What was I wanting to know again? Poor babe. see. Yeah, you can ask another true crime question. I might get, throw it down and continue to get the other ones, but I'll circle back to it if I have time. Okay. There was just one thing I wanted to look at here. Are they going to bring those responsible for Jasmine Rosario's death? They're going to catch them, and will those people face legal consequences here on Earth? Will those who are responsible for Jasmine Rosario's passing, will they be found, ID'd, and have to face the law? I get stability and status. This was what they were wanting to keep, some sort of stability. The Seven of Cups, it feels like it could have to do with dreamy types of things, or things that make you feel dreamy, floaty. You get my drift? That's the Seven of Cups, so there's a lot of fantasy connected to this. Ace of Pentacles, it does have to do with wealth and the beginning of earning. And I get a feeling kind of turf. Again, the Ten of Wands. A very, very heavy burden on her. And again, has to do with the past. Definitely somebody connected to her past. And I think they were concerned about security. And again, I think they thought that she might talk or something like that. So I just get a sense they just thought she's too much of a threat. Okay. Yeah, you can ask that. And if I don't get it to this week, I can get it another time, Remy. All right. So I do feel she knew. I do feel she knew that Jasmine Rosario knew the person responsible. I feel like there's, along with Indigo Chrysalis Tarot, I feel like there's a strong feminine presence and a masculine. So, and I kept getting the 3. So there could be a couple of women and a man behind her case. All right. So let's carry on to Katrina Hinton. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let's see. Pictures, please. I gotta find. Is this okay? This might be it. Yeah. When was this one? This was put out originally 2015, updated 2019. I'm going to share with you the screen. Okay. There it is. Okay, there you can see. And this is Katrina Hinton. So let's take a, if you have your cards, feel free to join us, and you can type in 4 or 5, whatever, how many cards you get that you want to share. You got the 10 of Wands as well. Oof. Thank you, Sharon, for promoting my channel. Thank you, Larissa. Paldies. That's Latvian for thank you, just in case you're curious. All right, so let's, power surge. That's how I spend most of my days, you guys, just taking off layers of tops so that I can get through this very strange rite of passage. Okay. All right. Katrina Hinton. I have no idea what happened to this poor girl. All right. So no one's been charged with her murder. Let me just refresh. Okay. She was 18. This is in Jersey City. She was found beaten to death. Oh my God. Well, what is wrong with people? That you would just, that takes some real commitment to do that. It takes a lot of energy, and I prefer to think. Sometimes I just think, just take me to a world where people aren't violent. I'll be happy to live there. Okay, but it says, an 18-year-old woman found beaten to death beneath a pile of rocks in a Jersey City cemetery in 2006 would have celebrated, let's see, her 28th birthday. And this was some years ago already, because like I said, this came out, I think it was 2015, and then was updated in 2019. Okay, while homicide investigators are still trying to bring Katrina Hinton's killer to justice, years after her grisly murder, her family continues to grapple with the tragedy. It could easily be your sister, your daughter, and if anyone out there knows anything, please come forward, make a call. Her body was found in New York Bay Cemetery on the 6th of February 2006. She was a princess in our family, and someone killed her and left her in the rubble like garbage. Help us get past this. That day, a worker at the Garfield Avenue Cemetery was confronted with the gruesome sight of Hinton's hand seemingly reaching out from the rocks beside a toppled tree and railroad tracks near the rear of the cemetery. An autopsy revealed the Ocean Avenue resident was beaten to death, possibly sexually assaulted and choked. Based on the position of clothing, the time of autopsy, she may have been undressed and redressed by the attacker. So they are hoping to use the advances of forensic science. She had graduated high school in Virginia, but had come to Jersey City to attend New Jersey City University, but was killed before she could begin classes. She was last seen leaving her job at Mandy's clothing store on Broadway in Bayonne. No, I'm not saying it right. The evening of January 14th. Investigators ruled out robbery as a motive for the killing, saying that her jewelry and other items of value were found on her body. Okay. They believe someone out there knows what happened to this young lady and that they need to come forward. Hinton was born with a tumor as well that had to be removed, and as a result of that, they had to replace her eye with a glass eye. The family was always worried for her being a little bit more vulnerable, but they didn't think it would be, they thought maybe an accident. They didn't think it would be because of violence. Wonderfully helpful person. Everyone says that about their family, but she really was. So that's really it on her. Poor thing. So let's just see what we get. Thank you for reading on Katrina. My friend Amanda was sitting across from her grave unknowingly days before her body was discovered. Oh, that's right. And I will check to see if there will be. Yeah, thank you, Remy. I try to be flexible because I need a lot of flexibility. Things that are, especially with my health, things that are outside of my complete control. Okay, so let's see. Who did this to Katrina Hinton? How did she know them? Why? Will she have earthly justice? This is for Katrina Hinton. Why did someone take her life? What was the purpose in taking her life? Okay, I'm getting a King of Wands. Man of action here. And the Five of Pentacles, there is some disruption. The King of Swords. I swear, I shuffled the bejesus out of these. The King of Swords, another adult male. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is practical plans, you know, strategy. So why? Well, the feeling here is that it had to do with something depreciating in value with that Five of Pentacles. And there's two men. And it looks like that she may have been connected to them for some period of time or knew them for some time with that Knight of Pentacles. There's a sense of having done things for them routinely, or this is like something that's been done consistently over a period of time. It's not terribly exciting, but it's work of some kind. Now, I don't know a thing about anyone that she was involved with or where she may have been working, but I see two men, a King of Wands and a King of Swords, that I feel like are involved. And this has to deal with Pentacles. I get out of 4 cards, 2 cards that are Pentacles. So there's something of value to these guys that they're concerned with, or their reputation. Let me just keep going. Again, stability, a sense of security is what is falling under this King of Wands that he wants. It's like, am I still reading on the other girl? Yeah. If I don't get to Carlos, I will definitely do him another time. I will get his name written down because I'm sure I'm very curious. Okay. And then we get another 4. So now we're getting doubles with the numbers, the 2 4s. And that is of stability and then apathy or not caring, indifference, a coldness. There's a feeling, something that there were 2 men that wanted to make sure that their interests were looked after. They didn't give a, you know what, how in danger that might put someone else, their security. Here we have the Hierophant. And the Page of Wands. I think because this could be someone that's teaching her how to balance her life, how to be more somebody of an influence that way. Because these 2 4s could also indicate, though she had stability, she may have been restless or struggling. And I see there's 2 men in the picture. One maybe that she was seeing for a longer period of time than another one. Uh-oh. Now that Hierophant could be about marriage. I'm not sure. Sometimes. It can also just be let's see, remove from stream. I don't want to remove me from stream. There. Hi, Charles Schmidt. So, Indigo Chrysalis is getting the 8 of Swords. Lots to do about confinement and restriction. The High Priestess, this is secretive. It is not given to be seen by the naked eye. And the 5 of Pentacles. Again, I also have that 5 of Pentacles. That's a decline, typically, in finances and or health. And I just get a sense of restlessness here. And maybe some immaturity. I don't know why. There's the Knight of Swords. There's the mental tenacity and the 2 of Pentacles. There's indecision or priorities. I think somebody makes a prioritization of their well-being. It to me is like it's being sprung on her, an attack. Now I don't know what happened. Let me see here. Well, they say it was a grisly murder. Oh yeah, she was found beaten to death beneath a pile of rocks, and it's awful. That definitely, well, That's definitely someone springing out there. And I think the feeling I got from this was that with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, is someone just waiting for the right moment to attack, to just jump out and attack. The Devil, habitual actions, guilt, and the Oracle, the intuition unknown, also secrets. So there's some secrets connecting to some, this card of the Devil always reminds me of Travis Scott's unfortunate concert. Look at that. Just creepy. Anyhow, that aside, I'm feeling like there's something that she may have been involved in that put her in touch with some less than stellar types of people, by the looks of this. Some habitual action. And I don't think that she wanted people to know that she had this connection or was involved in this. Ooh. I always love doing these. I think it's interesting. Two of Swords. Yeah, this is like, be quiet. Keep this inside. Don't let this out. Six of Wands. I win. And the Five of Emotions, the Five of Cups, you lose. This is definitely feels personal. Even if it's just someone taking out their frustrations on an unfortunate person that they don't know, it is very personal what they're holding inside. They're just like, there's the feeling, the energy I get is like really taut, like a really strong spring trap ready just to snap. And there's a like of sadism. There is a like, unfortunately, of sadism. Hey, Maureen. The Three of Wands and the Page of Swords. This person, I think, can kind of blend in, is what I get. I think they've left the area. And this was done this is purely out of badness. It's evil. And out of fear. And out of ego. Strange. Yeah, and I get the Two of Swords as well. Be quiet. I think she must have known something. Yeah. And again, the Six of Wands. Just like you, Indigo. Somebody felt like they needed to make a point, a victory point. And that was definitely of silencing her. And I think that it goes back to because she was more empathetic with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, especially where children are concerned or vulnerable, just lighthearted. She, had a lot of empathy. So somebody was up to something that went against her, I feel like, love, belief in being an empathetic, sensitive kind of person. Page of Pentacles, student or gambler. Competition, confidence. I think I think that Page of Pentacles and Seven of Wands, there was something that she herself was becoming more secure in, especially just like beginning and getting some sort of esteem from. I get this sense too that she had more kind of a simple sense of humor, you know, truly more childlike in the way of what you see is kind of like perhaps what you get. Um, Lighthearted, light spirited, not out to pull the wool over people's eyes or anything like that. But I definitely see somebody has a sense of competition with her. There's like, yeah, because that Six of Wands, it's like they feel like there's some kind of competition. Lovers. Mm-hmm. Five of Wands. I feel like there's fighting over intimate relationships and decisions. That's what else we get. A lot of arguing, heating up. Oh, yeah. And then it gets to the Eight of Wands, and it gets very dynamic. It goes up to a whole new level than it had been. This is relationship based for Katrina. The universe. This is about opportunity and travel and to broaden her horizons and her confidence and experience. Yeah, freedom with the Nine of Pentacles. I kid you not. Could this be that somebody was concerned that she was going to choose to leave them in the dust and go for somebody else that had their stuff more together? Kind of looks like that. Looks like there's competition around, I think, the dating scene, those that wanted her attention. Ten of Emotions, Two of Wands, Justice. I get the Two of Wands as well, right here. Again, it's a struggle for control between two people, especially. They're struggling against each other to maintain control. And the Fool. You know, I don't think Katrina knew the danger that she was in, the risk that she was taking, being involved with, I think, a couple of men, or at least one, that she was. And Indigo is getting that her Lenormand is giving her the Money card and crossed paths. So again, it's things of value and people coming to a point where they have to do something. For one thing, that is the crossroads. You have to make a choice. And depending on your choice, you know, your outcome. So I don't know what the choice was, but Poor thing. Yeah, I have to read the channel email. I'm a one-person band, so it takes me a while, and I've got a lot going on with family right now. Otherwise, I would be rolling out videos, but my family comes first, so I'm just trying to do what I can until I have that time again. But I really enjoy it. Okay. So, Katrina, anything else we need to know about Katrina Hinton? Is the person that did this to Katrina going to face legal justice ever? Somebody wanted to control her and wanted to control some kind of outcome in connection to her. Didn't want her to have something, didn't want her to have freedom. There's a lot of sentiment with the Ace of Cups, the Lovers. This is about maybe looking at relationships that she was involved in, because I believe that at least there was one that may have been more new with that Ace of Cups. And there's that whole feeling of infatuation that I'm getting from these cards, that new love tingle, you know? But I also get the Six of Swords. And this says analysis, logic. It is also the card when someone is needing getting assistance to go in a better direction with their life. They're about ready to make a change, a move even. And the Five of Cups, but that is lost. So there was hoping that things were going to get better, that their lives were going to get better. I feel like there was some kind of relationship she was hopeful for, and this happening to her just robbed her of that. The Emperor, so this is an older male, okay? Often represents a husband, father figure, older male. And I think for her, this was an older male. And she was an exciting side piece with the Knight of Wands. Inspiration, it says, in Speed, next to the Emperor. So I feel like midlife crisis, fast and furious kind of a relationship seems to have gone on. And I think she had hoped that it would be more. Yeah, I did see them. I'm hoping Maya gets to this other arena. Yeah. You're sensing a teacher. Could well be. Loyal, sensitive. Somebody she trusts. Older man. I'm getting the feeling of, and do you notice that beautiful young woman of color here? And she was a beautiful woman of color. I think somebody had a thing for her. I do. Was wanting to control her. Maybe even with this Emperor Knight of Wands, try to be a sugar daddy kind of thing. There were secrets. And the Nine of Cups and it belonging, euphoria. Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, being a bit reactive. I also feel like with those Nine of Cups, an altered state of consciousness and reactive. I also wonder, could somebody have put something in a drink? I don't know a darn thing about her, but the way the cards were with the High Priestess and that Nine of Cups, you know, it sure feels like, did someone try and drug her? The Moon, illusion, fear. And the Two of Pentacles, indecision, going back and forth. Again, for her, I feel like somebody was going back and forth, and fear was what was propelling them to look at, I think, taking out the threat that they felt she somehow was. There's a sense of instability here that, you know, maybe someone, either maybe she felt like somebody wasn't as stable as they should be. I don't know if was she involved in theater at all? It's just a question. But neither here nor there. I feel that with the Two of Pentacles and the Moon, it's so confusing. It's so shifting. It's not stable and confusing to her. Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Again, I feel like there's some aspect of a relationship here too. Man, I have to read more about her life. But there was some new start with the Fool, and yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, some big changes, maybe moving even. Charles Schmidt says wrong place at the wrong time. Indigo says that her lunatic Lenormand cards are really disturbing looking. That's so sad. Did she get married to somebody? And what's this? I don't know if that's the same person. I'm just trying to find her, to find out more about her. Ah. Well, I think that's what I've got on her. Let's see. A King of Cups. That's crazy. And the Two of Cups. Again, I'm going to say this is connected to a relationship. Again, with a male involved. Okay. All right. Hey, Paula Faust. Let's get to the next one. So let's look and see if Keegan Klein is the one that is responsible for Delphi. He is the one that was catfishing them and was doing horrible things to other young girls. Is Keegan Klein guilty of Abby and Libby's demise? Is he responsible? Keegan Klein, is he responsible for their deaths? Keegan Klein responsible for the deaths. Asking the Holy Spirit and the Most High, my ancestors. Is Keegan the one responsible for Libby, Abby and Libby? Is it Keegan? I get the moon. And I get the Knight of Pentacles, which is about practical plans and strategy. And so when I put these two, I feel like it was a planned and the thing. And this makes me feel like, yes, that this is Keegan planning a certain interaction. That's sneaky, that's underhanded. Ugh. Strength and the Hanged Man. To me, this is the delay, but I think that they have got the right person. They just needed to look at this case again with the Hanged Man. You always need to look at it from a different perspective. There's typically a delay. It's meant to help you kind of think outside the box. Empress and inner torture, addiction, Nine of Swords. So yeah, I think that it probably is him. And he was watching, looking for someone to do this to. And has a definite misogynistic attitude toward women. And especially women their own age, adult women. There's the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a change coming. I feel like the person, they're going to be able to identify the person's responsible. I do. I feel like there's some kind of link. And it could be DNA, blood, or something. Yeah, the Chariot. So that is being able to overcome obstacles and succeed. And the Hermit, that's often a card of somebody that is inappropriate with children. Sometimes, not all the time, you understand, but especially when we're dealing with cases like this. So, and that also, that Chariot also gives me like a car. So maybe he's got a vehicle that they were, I know there was a vehicle that they were on about, some kind, it could have been some kind of van or something, I'm not sure. But if it isn't him, they're going to be able to figure out who it is. I'm pretty sure it's him. Pretty sure it's him. The children, and death. He's definitely got children's passing on him. And I tend to think that he is responsible. Okay. Long story short. All right. All right, let's take a look at Carly, and I may not be pronouncing it right, Gusay or Gus. Now, Carly was, I think, having a bit of a breakdown. We'll look at Kiara Cole as well. Okay, let me just look at what's here. And we'll take a look at what Carlos Cruz. All right. Well, I think we'll have enough time for those other two. Okay, so let's look at Carly. Coughing up a hairball. Let's look at Carly and see what happened. Let's get a face, because, you know, we got to humanize these. These are someone's children. This is somebody's sister or brother, auntie, uncle. It's just, it breaks my heart. And I'm not kidding. Let's see. So it's Kylie. Was it G-U? Was it this thing? Yeah, okay, here we are. All right, y'all. Let me share this with you. Here we go. Here's Carly's case. All right. So Carly Lane Gusay, forgive me for not pronouncing that right. Let's view the poster. Out of Mono County, California, that's up north from me. October 13th, 2018. Gosh, beautiful girl. Beautiful. Okay. She was born May 13th, same day as my dad. May 13th, she's a Taurus. Eyes of blue, 110 pounds at the time of disappearance. She's Caucasian, dark blonde hair, 5'7", and has her left nostril pierced. Okay, she was 16 years old. Let me just read this while I shuffle to familiarize a little context for you guys. Carly Lane Gusay was 16 years old when she was reported missing by her family on the morning of October 13th, 2018. She was seen by her family at their residence in the White Mountain Estates area of Hierophant Valley in Mono County, California, during the pre-dawn hours of October 13th, 2018. At some time during the early morning, Carly left the family residence while likely wearing gray sweatpants or jeans. Now, it's a lot colder up there, you guys. A white t-shirt and Vans brand shoes. Carly left personal belongings behind at the residence, including her mobile phone. Last seen by witnesses walking south approximately 30 yards east of Highway 6 and 100 yards south of Sierra View Road. She's not been in contact with family or friends since she went out the door. And let's just see what we get with her. I understand that Kylie was going through some difficulty. And from what I understood, she may have been under the influence of something. Where did I hear this from? I was listening to some true crime things. But I just want to make sure I'm not confusing it with another case. Anyway, her behavior was off. And her stepmother could not get her to calm down. I think she tried to kind of have her sit with her, stay with her, but then overnight, you know, she left. And she left without being appropriately, you know, clothed for the conditions. Never been found. Okay, so let's see what we get. All right. What happened to Carly? What happened to Carly? Happened to Carly. She went walking. Okay, well, we show her being fairly sensitive here, but youthful with the Page of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles. It almost feels like she was just getting maybe around a new group of people, or starting to begin to interact with other people. Maybe that was delayed in her life for some reason. I'm not sure. Here is the father figure, the Emperor. Oh. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Well, the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. There's an older male in the picture. And there's a change. And he's trying to keep control, trying to keep things in a certain order or a certain way. I think this is something to do with her dad. And maybe heading there or wanting to go there. I don't know what the deal is here. And maybe a bit naive in thinking that other people are just going to help her to get maybe to her, I don't know, to her father's place, or to, it feels like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor that they live further out. The Six of Swords, yeah, like they would have to travel further. Someone would give them assistance to get to them. So I'm feeling like she's wanting to, I don't know, go see her father, connect to her father. I'm not quite sure what any of that is about. And I am covering Carly Lane Guys. Okay. Let me see here. And there's a King of Wands, entrepreneur, charismatic, and the Nine of Cups belonging euphoria. I thought that I had heard something like she had been out. Don't quote me on this. And somebody may have given her something that was stronger and wasn't what she thought. Like she'd gotten dosed. I could have sworn I caught something like that. And she was trying to let this wear off. But it was making her super, super, super anxious, really uncomfortable. I think she had gone out prior in that evening. And there's the Six of Cups. There's a sense of past and a certain nostalgia and a cleansing of the past. Seven of Cups, again, we're dealing with fantasy. I think she was hallucinating. They said her behavior was odd, and this Seven of Cups makes me feel like somehow there's an altered state of consciousness, albeit through an organic means of imbalance or drugs, or some kind of something. Yeah, that Nine of Cups. And the King of Swords. I think there was a male that gave her something. That she was struggling with. What else am I getting? The Fool. I think this is her taking off. Taking a gamble. And I still think she was high as a kite. And the Five of Cups, there's loss. Because in this gamble, there's a chance you won't make it. There's a chance you're not going to come through. So I feel like once she got outside and took off, I feel like she was outside for a while, but I sense she perished outside. Just a really strong sense of that. Yeah, the Seven of Swords also shows that it's not as it appears. There's something like a detail or significant information that's being left out. And I think it's information that she was triggered by something. And I think she had ingested something. I'm being shown this kind of what looks like substance here. I think she may have been hallucinating and taken a risk and not been the better for it, if you get what I mean. The Six of Wands and, yeah, Temperance. Balanced emotions. There is a need not to be so go big or go home, So the need for moderation. Within, this is the case of Kylie. I think she was actually given something. And I think, take a look at this. I think it really didn't sit well with her. It was not a good balance. Let's see what else I get. Inner torture. Okay. Yeah, she was not having a good time of it. And the Queen of Pentacles. Now, that could be the stepmom that she was kind of having sit with her. Ace of Pentacles. And the Two of Cups. Some sort of a new situation in a bond. What else do we have? The Empress and the Eight of Wands. This makes me feel like out in Mother Nature. This is also her mother, I think, trying to find her. There's a sense of competition, I think, maybe between the two of them. And I don't think there's this, I feel this push and pull of control between her and her stepmother here. Yeah, there's competition within the family. There's the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So though it may have looked all right, I think that she and her stepmother may have had some competition with each other. And that is the Ten of Cups. Page of Pentacles, a student or gambler. And I think that's her being the fool, taking this risk, risking her stability overall. There's a Queen of Wands. And the Two of Swords. There's not saying something. She knows something, but she's not sharing. The Devil. There may have been a negative pattern here or guilt. This woman may have some guilt where Carly is concerned. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Maybe being a bit too harsh with her and trying to persuade her. I think maybe making her worse. And that it would have been better if she hadn't talked, maybe. I don't know. There was something I think that may have been said by the stepmother that triggered her to leave later. Okay, we get the Hanged Man and the Four of Cups. To me, this really gives me a strong sense of hypothermia and a delay in being found and kind of a loss of interest in this world. It has that feeling of passing, you know? Justice. There's imbalance, though. Trying to get this right. I don't know. It could come up. It could come up. They may find her. But I don't know what they would... I don't know what they're going to do legally unless there's something. Well, I think firstly it would be IDing her. But I think they will find her. Yeah. Three of Swords. I think she felt like she had been betrayed. And strength, trying to endure a very unpleasant situation. Page of Pentacles and the Devil. Maya, something with the dad and the daughter. I hate suggesting that, but with, are you talking about Kylie? Perhaps. There could be that because the father figure is there. But it shows she endured. and was having to endure a great deal of mental instability. I don't think she was being assisted to get the kind of help that she needed at all. She does feel betrayed. So we got the Lovers and the Star. Decisions, clarity, hope, good fortune. They need to look more extensively with the Three of Wands, and then they'll, I think, find her with the Ace of Swords. King of Cups, compassionate. Three of Cups, marriage, commitment. I don't know, I think they need to look at the home life there with her. I don't know, there is something a little strange. Didn't like that feeling at all. And I think there's a good possibility that Kylie will be found. Now, let me see if I can very quickly get round to the other one. The Prisma Visions Tarot, you mean this one, the Prisma Oracle? It's very good. It's very good. It stretches your wings. Yeah, I thought I could see two men. Now back to when we're talking about Libby and them and Delphi. Taylor's saying they were looking for a vehicle near the crime scene. I remember that. He's in jail for selling inappropriate photos of children around their age. He's a total predator. Is she still alive? I don't believe so, Stone Music. I don't believe so. Let me just check, though. I just don't feel it. I feel like she's in spirit, and I feel like she really did not necessarily have the easiest time while she was here. I think she struggled quite a bit. Let's see. Carly. Is she still alive? Okay, that's how we get. I get the Four of Swords. This is a great deal of stillness. The Three of Wands, yet this is extension. Creatively going, opening up. Page of Cups, that's her kind of childlike nature, sensitivity, and the Ace of Swords. It'll be clear if she is still alive. I think with that Ace of Swords, she will be found. But I have a feeling it may also be remains death. Yeah. And the Hangman. Unfortunately, I think she did pass, and this is the delay in finding her remains, but I do believe they will one day find them. The Devil, and I think it was down to something that she had ingested earlier. And she should have been taken in the hospital to be helped. The Hierophant. Gotten advice, traditional advice, to deal with the drug or the state of mind, the panic state of mind she was in. Two of Swords, making her sit there to wait it out. I think being around other people, for the most part, was creating more and more some kind of tension or anxiety. King of Pentacles and a King of Cups. 10 of Cups, that feels like family on the other side. Yeah, and a new start. I mean, you could say, well, did she make a new start in this life? I really don't think so, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to believe that. I think she's on the other side. Yeah, she's moved on. Okay, I think that she's on the other side. Okay. Let's see. All right, now very quickly, I'm going to look at, oh, hey, Hermit's Corner. Hey, Dean. I'm just getting ready to wrap this up. Carlos Cruz. Okay. Carlos Cruz. Carlos Cruz. I don't know, is he missing? Let's see. Well, it says he was returned to his home June 5th. He's back home. Carlos Cruz is back home. Gary, Nebraska. So let's see. Well, he's been found, so there's no need. He's all right. What does it say? Really am hoping I'm the last true crime reading after this one because this breaks my heart to the fullest. He was family to us. I'm getting that he was located. Let's see. Was he located deceased? What? Okay, let me see. Said to have run away. 16-year-old? Autism? Apparently he was found. I just did. I just looked at it. Carlos, that Carlos? You got the coffin card? That's an end. I got that Carlos was found. Carlos, was he the kid out of Nebraska? Gehring, Nebraska? Remy? Because Carlos Cruz yeah. Gehring teen who went missing last week found. And this was June 3rd, 2021. He returned home on June 5th. No further details were provided. But he ran away. But the good thing is, apparently, Carlos Cruz came back. So that makes it easier. Sorry, losing my voice. I think he just wanted to get away. What exactly happened to him? I'll throw cards on it, but I think he wanted to get away. People that have autism find the stimulation and the sound of the world around them, often to be overwhelming. And they seek to kind of find a place of peace. But let's just see what happened. I think he just wanted to have some peace of his own. Carlos Cruz, okay? And then I am done because I'm starting to lose my voice. Okay. What happened to Carlos Cruz? What do we need to know about that happened to Carlos Cruz? I asked the Holy Spirit and my ancestors. What can you tell us about Carlos Cruz? Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth. He's been found, and I think he was wanting clarity, maybe in his mind. Yeah, there was some kind of conflict he was going over in his head. And I think he just felt like he needed to be away from other people. I think other people are a distraction and take him off task. There's the Two of Swords, him not wanting to say where he's at or keeping quiet. I also think there was a lot of tension maybe going on at home. Yeah, and a lot of emotions here were going on. That Ace of Cups just flowing out. So I think he felt pretty emotional. King of Wands. And Two of Pentacles, somebody that's a male, an adult male that may be deciding things, may not be the most stable himself. I think this young man just needed to go and clear his head. King of Swords, yeah, and Solitude, Sanctuary. He's an intellectual, and I think that in order for him to process, he needed to have be away from the people and the typical crowd that he was around. And I think, he feels some guilt for having caused any trouble with the Devil and the Student card. So there you go. I hope you appreciated that. And let me just check here. I'm going to be doing definitely some videos in the near future as soon as I can. I'm not quite sure yet on which ones. But anyway, thank you for joining me for this live. I really appreciate it. I'm going to activate Reiki, and I'm going to send you guys out with that. And just ask that you have a great day. Love yourself. Treat yourself kindly, just as you do and should everybody else. Yeah? All right. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you shortly.